Governor Newsom has called for a special election on Prop 50 this November to gerrymander congressional districts in California in response to Texas doing exactly that. Princeton University's redistricting report card has given the Prop 50 map an F grade, saying it is one of the two worst gerrymanders of the last 50 years. Democrat Assembly member Dr. Jasmeet Bain strongly opposes Prop 50, saying we don't need more ways for politicians to rig the system. California's own redistricting commission has stated they have absolutely no involvement in the governor's efforts, and we stand behind our maps as a fair representation of the wishes of the people of California. Even the League of Women Voters, an organization that is no fan of President Trump and would like to see him curtailed by a Democratic majority in the House, has decided to not formally take a position on Prop 50. They've said this dangerous tit for tat turns redistricting into a partisan arms race. The losers are the voters, regardless of party. Initially, they thought this was a reasonable counter to Texas, which is blatantly disenfranchising their voters, resulting in 5 more Republican seats in the House come the midterms in 2026. But after more consideration, I think fighting anti-democratic policies in another state by openly implementing anti-democratic policies in California is a risky race to the bottom. California governance is far from perfect. That's why I'm running for office. But something we can be proud of is our Citizens Redistricting Commission set up in 2008 to draw fair congressional districts. In this respect, we are a shining state on a hill, an example of how two opposing parties can come together and at least agree that our district should be fair. Now listen, I understand where Governor Newsom is coming from. His calculation is that this will act as a deterrent to prevent other states from doing the same thing as Texas, but I think it will only act as an accelerant. This is not only absolutely bad for California's democracy, but an extremely risky bet, one that will only encourage this redistricting war to wage on and spread to more states. He's trying to be tough on President Trump because he's eyeing a presidential run and wants to show the Democratic base that he can play hardball. But this is a dumb game of hardball. Let Texas wallow in their own swamp of dirty politics. It doesn't mean we have to dive in with them. Governor Newsom should have used this as an opportunity to talk up the wonderful independent commission we have here. Instead, unlike Texas, he is waging a multi-million-dollar campaign to openly admit that we are disenfranchising California voters on purpose. Texas was a thief in the night. Newsom took the bait and is making California the face of gerrymandering. Now, whether you are a proud Democrat, Republican, or independent, we should all agree that voters should choose their candidates, not the other way around. Gerrymandering leads to less competitive races because the opposition doesn't even try, which leads to worse candidates representing us in Congress because voters don't get multiple options. They get only one, the one chosen for them. Ballots will be mailed to all registered California voters in a couple weeks on October 6th. The election is on November 4th, but you can vote before then. If you're not registered to vote, it just takes a minute. Vote.org makes it very easy. Keep our congressional districts in California fair and keep California a bastion of democracy in the face of attacks on it. We must not give in. Vote no on Prop 50.